right, guys, the stairway from heaven. Apparently, we're headed. We went to this final door. I don't know where this is leading us to. Is this the big battle? Is this the big final battle? Is this the staircase to nowhere? I'm perplexed. I'm willing to find out if this is it, man. Whew, it's been a journey, y'all. It has been a fucking journey. That's for damn sure. This is the never-ending staircase. This is the staircase that never ends. Where the hell are we going? One final door, maybe, huh? One final confrontation? Ooh, it is. It's Ephraim. It's the Fleshmancer. Oh, is this the final showdown? Ephraim.
You made it. Congratulations. You have been quite the nuisance.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare myself. Ha 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 ha. My foolish child. Fighting Solstice warriors is beneath me.
Huh?
But you did make it all the way here, so I will play by the rules.
Erlina, it's...
The time has come to decide the fate of your realm and all of its worlds. Can you defeat my shruggish lieutenant? Or will she reign supreme over the cyborgs?
Never! Your evil has no place here anymore.
Why haven't we grown boastful? Let the matter be settled then.
Erlina. He's calling Erlina.
I call on you, my champion. Destroy these interlopers and claim your rightful place as ruler of this world. Come, Illusin Darul.
Whatever the fuck. Just call her Erlina. It's Erlina, man. It's fucking Erlina. We know who it is. You don't... Oh. What have you become, brah? Are you ashamed of yourself? Are you sad at what you have become? You should be. Look at you. You stupid, stupid ass. What have they done? What did they do to you? Erlina. That's what I'm saying. What have you become? Who dares challenge my reign? Don't you recognize us? Nah, homie. I recognize Solstice Warrior vermin. Vermin which must be eradicated. She's completely gone. Silence! You will bow before me! Brace yourselves. Oh, poop. Oh, shit. Alright, this is gonna fucking suck. Oh, I got a feeling. Why did it pause? Oh, here she goes. Here she goes. Ow! 90. Oh, boy. Ah. What's going on here? Alright, we're gonna dash strike to get rid of 2 out of these. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just don't want to let her get the thing off. There we go. Ha! Breaker. Breaker lock. You got the lock broken, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. All right, buddy. All right, Zale. This is... There you go. If ever there was a time for you to do that, my guy, that was the time. Then you got a Moonerang. I got to get at least 2 in the Moonerang here, which... Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Ha! Thank God. Thank God. Because if I messed that up, just got 1 off, oh, I'd have been pissed off at myself for damn sure. All right, Erlina, let's go, you bum. I'm not sure if I'm doing the proper thing or not, honestly. I'm just gonna keep breaking the I'm gonna keep breaking the locks because I just don't know. And what the hell they're gonna bring. I'm saving all of my attack, my magic mana points. Sorry. I'm saving all my mana points for the locks, man. I feel like I have to, right? Like that's what has to be done. Possibly. Unless you want to take a sunball. Take a sunball to the face, Erlina. Let's see how you deal with that, huh? Yeah. Get sunballed. Sack of shit. Okay, I gotta get you out of here. All right, we're gonna. Damn it, man. God damn it, man. I hate it. It's so hard to control. Come back. Ooh, that was pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna do sorry. Luana's might. Retribution. I got that backwards last episode. I caught myself a couple of times while I was editing. Luana's might and Solin's light. Sorry. It won't happen again. It'll happen again. It'll definitely happen again. Ooh, she's taking this shit like a champ, though. Yeah. Ah, more locks. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so far, so good with not letting her get off any of her major magic things. Yes. Oh, shit. As soon as I said it. As soon as I goddamn said it, she's gonna get it off. Poop. Yeah, shit. And I didn't fudge. Telekinesis crash. Oh. Ow. Well, that wasn't that bad. Ah. Oh! Hold on, what now? That was fast. No! I need more power. No, you don't. You really don't. I need more. Are you gonna call on the moon? Where are you going? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, we're in trouble. Did you just break the moon? What did you just do? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, Billy. Oh, shit. What is this? What the fuck is this monster? Ah, do I gotta... Okay. Boy, oh boy, are we in trouble here now. What's crystal touch? Nothing good. Let's do Solon. What the fuck did crystal touch just do? I'm not sure. I don't know. Siri's got a lock, and she's on a crystal now, and I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that's gonna do. I'm confused. Shatter. Oh, that goddamn killed her dead. Let's go! Ah! Let's go! I didn't. Ooh, y'all! I didn't think it was gonna happen. Ooh, I was stressed. I was sweating. Ooh, I didn't like it. Ooh! Took you down. Took you down, Erlina. My power, Master. You promised.
I promise opportunity, nothing more.
Oh, you dirty bastard. Oh, you dirty, dirty bastard. You sack of shit. Hey! Yeah? Oh, Rashawn's gone. Or the fake Rashawn. Or the real Rashawn. Hey, he's got eyeballs. Rashawn? They've won. It's time to leave, after all.
Oh, come on. I want to be there when they say the final surprise.
What are you on about?
Ask your new guardian gods.
Oh, what the hell? Can you feel it? Feel what? What are we feeling? It's coming from so far away. A world eater. You are the only ones who can destroy it. What are you talking about, my guy? Godspeed, Luana and Solon. Godspeed to what? Why? Hold on, what? What are you talking about, sir? A world eater? He's really gone. We're free. Hope. It's been so long. Valere, Zale. We must go now, Siri. The World Eater has to be stopped. Will you return? Are they setting this up for like a Sea of Stars Part 2? Like, are we? Is it to be continued? That would be what? That would be dope and a little upsetting. Not gonna lie. To go through all of it and to not. Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me calm down, relax, and finish the story as it is. We can feel everything now. There's just so much for us to do. So many worlds. I had no idea. This is goodbye then? I guess so. Psst. Thanks. Wait. What's up, buddy? Before you go, could I just... Right. Oh. You want our story? Huh? You want our story? Is that what it is? I see you. Okay, Teeks. You want to keep record of all of this happenings, goings, misadventures. It's been great knowing you. I'll make sure future generations know your story and remember you always. All right, buddy. I appreciate you. It's been great knowing you as well, Teeks. Please stay safe. It's not about us anymore. You take care of yourselves and your people, okay? We'll do our best in your memory. It's time to go, Valere. Huh. And so our watch begins. Here's hoping it won't be boring. Too boring. That'd be a first. Hey, don't forget to visit whenever you fly by. You bet. They ascended. Fighting by your side has been my life's honor. Farewell. I mean, I would say what short life he had, but he had a really long life. He just resurrected his life. Sorry. Oh, no way! That's it. That's it for real. Maybe? Is that the World Eater? Oh, it's ugly as shit is what it is. Huh. Ha! Oh, fuck. Hold on. I don't like this. Ah, shit. Wait. Ah, shit. Shit again. Get it. Oh, yeah. Wait. This has like a Galaga feel or it's something. I don't like it. Wait, I like it, but I don't like it. It's hard. Wait, you son of a bitch. I never liked these games. It's got an old school arcade feel to it, and I sucked at them. Honestly, I was never good at them. Oh, fun. Oh shit. Hold on. You son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Ha! Maybe I am better. I'm really not. I suck at these kind of games. I know that, like, I feel like all of the old school arcade games were like this. Whether it be Galaga or I don't know, there's a fuck ton of them that I didn't really play a ton of arcade stuff when I was a kid. Like, I was born in '84, and like, I know arcades were still like huge. They were huge. Holy shit, hold on. Shut up. It's Cuphead all over again. Fucking everything on the screen and shit. Like, arcades were huge. I know they were really big back when I was a kid. I don't know. It was never really like my scene. You know what I mean? Like, I ventured to the arcade occasionally. We had a Little Caesars at my house, and this was back in the day when, like, I don't know if every Little Caesars was like this, but our Little Caesars by my house was like an arcade. Oh shit! Hey, let's go. It was an arcade that had a big ass arcade. It was like Chuck E. Cheese, but like, nah, it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. It was Little Caesars, but it was huge. It had a ball pit, and I remember walking there when I was a kid and getting like the Crazy Bread. My love for Crazy Bread started there, but I remember sucking at all the arcade games. And again, they were decent and they were big, but like not huge. It's when consoles started, like '89, back when I was 5 and you know, not walking by myself anywhere, obviously, but of the age of starting to go out and like ask my parents to take me out places and remembering that stuff. That's when the consoles started coming out anyway, like Atari, I guess, before Nintendo, but like that's when the NES came out, and that's what I was playing at all times. So like, to go out to the arcade, it wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't really my thing. Look at this. Okay, the development team from Sabotage, so good. You know me, man. If you've seen me beat games before, you know I'm gonna let these credits roll. I'm gonna talk about, I guess we could talk about the game, why the credits roll. I loved it, y'all. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I know from doing a little bit of research, there's like there's an ending and then like a true ending, and I think the true ending may be collecting all of the conch shells. I'm gonna do it just because I want to see the true ending. I probably won't record getting all of the conch shells because that's gonna be boring as shit for y'all to just see me walk around the islands that I've been to and looking for places where these shells are. But I might bring you back just to see if there is, once I turn them all in, I think there might be like a true ending type thing, like the person we turn him into, that little kid we turn him into. He might be an old person, I don't know. The person we turn him into, where that little shop we turn him into, I think they might give us something special. I don't know what the true ending is. And I've also read on social media sites and things of that nature that some people were upset about the ending of this and they thought it was anticlimactic. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't feel that way personally. I think the Erlina fight maybe could have been maybe a little harder, but then in the same sense, I feel like that would kind of defeat the point of us ascending, you know? Erlina and Brugraves both said like the ascension and us like becoming ascended gods was a fable. So like, I feel like she got stronger, but so did we. Plus we got the you know, the swords, the blade and the bow for Erlina and Brugge, or for Valere and Zale. So I don't know. I feel like it leveled out to where it probably should have been, maybe. You know what I mean? So I'm not in that vein of thought that Erlina could have been tougher. I feel like the other fights were harder, but some of them needed to be. Some of them were. We weren't ascended. Like I feel like maybe. Oh God, maybe the Cult of Birdmen fight was maybe a little bit harder. There were a couple here and there that I felt like maybe even the Catalyst. I think the Catalyst fight might have been harder than the Erlina fight. But again, we were ascended. We should have probably kicked her ass fairly easily, like we did. I don't know. She killed us once or twice. Like, not ended fight, but like killed our characters once or twice, maybe a couple times. We came back from it, but overall, yeah, you know, no, I thought it was a good fight. I thought the ending leaves it open-ended for a Sea of Stars 2. I don't know if that's in the development already. I haven't looked into. I really kind of stay away from spoiling things and then looking things up when I'm playing the games, because I don't want to get ahead of where I should be, and I want my reactions, and I want my, you know, the way I am and the way I see it to be authentic and true, and I don't want to like spoil it and know what's gonna happen and then try to fake excitement or fake like shock or sadness or whatever may come from an ending. You know, I don't want it to be faked. I don't want to be like, oh, that's so wild. I'm not a good actor. There's no way I would fool y'all into believing I didn't know what was gonna happen. That's like sometimes when I go back and play like games I played before, it's not hard to get into it, but it's hard to do a video with it because it's hard to be taken aback by it. Like I remember when I played The Last of Us in The Walking Dead, and I played those before, and so it was hard to like not fake, but like act as if I hadn't seen it before, which, you know, I guess a lot of the times when you do playthroughs, that's what people want to see, your reactions to it, your first reaction to it, not a fake reaction of, I've seen this before, oh my God, this really happened, I'm shocked, when I'm not shocked because I knew what was coming, you know what I mean? So with this, I stayed away from a lot of things. I didn't want to see any things. I didn't want to spoil any things just so I could be authentic with it. So again, I don't know if all that to say, I don't know if Sea of Stars 2 is in development, if they're thinking about it, if it's been brought to anybody's attention to maybe do it. I would be super excited. I think it would be super dope. Like we still very much have a lot of Afro's story and Afro and Rashawn's story to touch on, their whole backstory. We never fought Afro, so he's clearly still at large. He's still the Fleshmancer. It was weird because he didn't seem to want to fight with Rashawn at the very end there when we beat Erlina. Rashawn kind of was like, hey, they won. It's time to leave. And Afro was like, oh, but I wanted to see them out with the big surprise. Like, it's almost like he knew we were gonna ascend. Maybe him and Rashawn have like created this world to make the Solstice Warriors and to have us to see if they could finally get gods to ascend. You know what I mean? Maybe that was the long game the whole time between the two of them. I don't know. It seemed very open-ended. They left it very open-ended, and I'm cool with that. I'm excited to see if there is another one, because like I was saying, we still have to touch on their story. Afro's still at large. You know, we've ascended to become gods now, and we talked about other worlds and other places that were suffering that we had no idea about. So there's that. Like, there's still a lot of story, a lot of meat on the bone. I feel like they almost did it that way, possibly on purpose. It seems that way on purpose. Like, you know when they're making like a franchise in like a movie franchise or like even TV shows, I guess they leave it open-ended on purpose. You know, the series or the season finale of a show, or like, you know, part one of a trilogy. Like, obviously it's going to be open-ended. You know it's open-ended going into it because you know it's part of a trilogy. You know what I mean? Same thing with like books. You know, when books, I guess when books come out, they don't know, but I guess maybe they do. But it's the same concept. You know, you're gonna be left on a cliffhanger going, shit, I want more. I you know, that's a trick in the entertainment industry to leave you wanting more. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for another go of it. I think that would be really cool. I'm gonna lie or I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not a little bit slightly pissed that like Garl didn't come back. I was always left with the feeling like Garl might get resurrected somehow. Garl might come back somehow, and maybe that's part of a true ending. I don't know. If it is, that's kind of cool. That would be interesting. That would be cool. Cause like when you turned in the conch shells and he was always telling you the rewards, it always had like something memorable or something. I don't know what the heck they all said, but I know they said some things to him to believe maybe that's the ultimate. Getting all of them is resurrecting Garl. But I would think, I don't know, I'd be kind of pissed off too though if that was the true ending and I had to do all the conch shells to get that. I would think that would be a part of not having to do a completionist run to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for, no, I'm really not. I am the least completionist person probably ever, honestly. I don't think I've done, like, I feel like old school and like NES games and things of that nature, like old school, like retro games, don't really count because it was more like level based and straightforward, and like there wasn't a lot of things to collect and do 100%, you know, completion of. But like new school gaming, where like you gotta grind and put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to 100% a game, that's not me, y'all. I am not that dude. I want a story-based game that gives me the ending of the story without having to do every piece of the world, of the game, of the puzzle. And it's not to discount all the hard work that the developers and all the people that work on it do. Like I fully appreciate that they put in so much detail, and that there are games out there like Witcher and Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed games and things where you put in hundreds and hundreds of hours in Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that, where you can put in hundreds of hours and you could play for a long time, and there's always something new to find. I'm cool with that, and I think they should get their due credit for making the world so big, and I'm not gonna say there's not always something cool to see and there's not somebody's hard work that got put in to seeing those things. I'm just not the guy to find it. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy that's gonna be like, I want every nook and cranny of this game, and I want to see every world built and all that, and I want to see every piece. Like, no, again, I give you your props. I give you your due credit for building that. I'm just not going to put my time into finding it. And maybe watching a YouTube video of somebody else doing that is kind of where I lie as a YouTube viewer. You know, instead of a creator, I'm more of a viewer of watching someone do the things I don't want to do. So that's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of where it is. But like the point I was trying to drive home is that if that is the true ending is collecting all the conch shells and bringing Garl back, that should have belonged. I feel like that belonged in the game without doing the completionist. I think I've said that, but like you know the point I'm trying to hammer home. That should have been written into the game's ending itself, not a true ending. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it is. I don't know. I have no idea. I literally haven't looked into it. I have no earthly idea if that's part of it or not. So I guess this might be one of the first, if only ever, game that I'm gonna try the completionist. I'm gonna try to 100%. I'm gonna try to, you know, go through and see every goddamn leaf turned over. You know, that's not me, but I'm curious. You know, I'm curious to know if that could bring back Garl, and if it does, then awesome, it's worth it. And if it doesn't, I might be a little pissed off, honestly, because to go through the whole thing and do a completionist run when I don't really do that kind of thing, to get something like, I don't know. I feel like you know the Marvel movies where you would sit through the whole credits and you'd sit through all of it, and like I think it was like Spider-Man or that wasn't. Yeah, I think it was like the first or the second Spider-Man, where you saw Captain America doing like a gym class presentation, like a little thing on the gym class where you did like a public service announcement. That was lame as shit, right? And they knew it was lame as shit, and they knew you were gonna sit there because that's what Marvel does. They sit there with the credits and they do the end credit scene, and you're like, oh shit, okay. Every other end credit scene's been dope. It gives me something to look forward to from like the next series, the next movie, that like progressing the storyline. You're like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and watch it. I do it every time we go see a Marvel movie with the kids. Like we're always sitting there, and I see people get up, and I'm like, I know y'all are probably gonna go home and watch it on YouTube or something like that, and that's cool, but I want the experience of sitting here and seeing, you know, Pip the Troll come out at the end of Eternals with who was it that Harry Styles played? I don't remember the character that he played, but you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the Eternals, the end of the Eternals, when Pip the Troll and Thanos' his brother, I can't remember his name, when they came out, I was like, oh shit, that was exciting for me to see that, because I've known them from when I read the comic books and the stuff, and you know, the Infinity Stone and the Infinity Gauntlet comics. I knew who Pip the Troll was, and a lot of people were sitting around going, I don't know who that is, and I don't understand what's going on. But I'm like, I geeked out on it, so they get you on that. They get you on, if you're, you know, you're into it and you know the lore and shit, they're gonna get you with like, hey, sit around and we're gonna get you on something cool. So completionist of this, I have in my head that it could be really cool. It could be Garl, and that makes me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? That makes me excited, and like maybe to bring the boy back, because he's my jam, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel on like rank of characters from this game. Garl's at the goddamn top for me. For me, it's the warrior cook, the warrior chef, my boy Garl. He is number one, people. He is the top of the list. He's the head honcho. I love all of the characters. I love Valere and Zale, but I felt like I kind of felt like a little bit of what Erlina and Brugaves were saying was in the sense of they didn't have a choice. Like they were born to be the heroes. They knew they were going to be the heroes. They were just fulfilling their prophecy that was thrust upon them. You know what I mean? But for Garl, he didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? He didn't have to be that hero. He didn't have to stick with them. He didn't have to fight evil and stand up for the good and you know, try to beat back the you know, the quote unquote bad guys. I mean, they're definitely bad. I'd say quote unquote, but you know, some people from a different perspective. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to stick around. He didn't have to fight. He knew he didn't have the superpowers and the Solstice Warriors powers that Erlina had them and Brugaves had them, but Valere and Zale had. He didn't have those, and they grew up with them, and Garl didn't. Garl knew he was just a normal kid, but he chose to fight with them anyway. You know, he chose to stick with them anyway. I don't know. That's admirable to me. To me, that was admirable. That was very heroic. You know, if you're looking, I said it in one of my videos. I titled one of my videos, "Garl's the true hero," and I still feel that way. I definitely feel like he is the truest of heroes in this story because he chose to do something he didn't have to do. You know, and yes, I know somebody out there is probably saying like Erlina and Brugaves chose to turn their back on the Solstice Warriors and being a Solstice Warrior, and you know, Valere and Zale didn't, and they stuck it out, and they chose to stick it out. And I get you. I 100%. I'm with you. I understand, and we're of the same mind on that sense. Yes, but again, they were born with powers. They trained those powers that a normal person doesn't get, power that only a Solstice Warrior is born with. So to me, yes, very much champions, very much heroes, very much true heroes. But they were supposed to be. You know what I mean? And they were supposed to do that. They were supposed to be that anyway. And yes, they chose to stick with it, and they chose not to go with Erlina and Brugaves, even though they could have, and even though, you know, those were their parental figures, their mentors. It probably would have been easy to go, well, shit, if y'all are gonna go, maybe we should go with you, and they chose not to. So yes, they're heroes. But my boy Garl. Normal, regular dude, no superpowers, nothing but his freaking pots and pans and some knife skills, was the truest of heroes. Fight me on it. Disagree with me on it. Comment down below what you think. I just, with the way I've laid it out for you, I don't see a counter argument. I don't know how you could disagree with me. Feel free to, honestly, feel free to. If you so choose to disagree and you have a different point of view, I'm happy to hear it. Honestly, I'm super happy to hear it. I'll debate it with you. We can talk about it. Maybe you change my mind. Who knows? I'm not so headstrong. I'm headstrong, but I'm not so stuck in my own. Sorry, I'm using my fingers a lot. Talking, whatever. I'm not so stuck in my own view and my own point of view that I'm unwilling to hear anybody else's side to something. So if you feel like Ciri was the true hero, or you know, Rashawn, going against, you know, being the great archivist, if you feel like he bucked his complete system and his complete value system and he was the true hero, shit, I'll hear it. You know, if you feel like was and he came back and he was, you know, the last of an undead race or whatever he was called, if you feel like he was, again, I'm willing to listen. If you want to have a conversation with me, let me know down there and we can have that conversation. I'm not against it. You know where I stand. You know where I stand. I'm curious where y'all stand. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the whole damn thing. Let me know what you think about the series. Let me know what you think about the game. Let me know what you think about, again, about the hero thing. I'm willing to listen, man. I'm willing to have that conversation. I think it's a good conversation to have. I think it's, if it gets more people to check this game out and more people to talk about it, if they have played it, then that's cool too. You know, I huge fan of it. Love it. I think it's great. Holy shit. Holy shit. They got a lot of my lord, the amount of credit scenes and scrolly things and the super backers are awesome. Like, I wish I would have got in on this, or like I could get in on something like this from like the ground up. Could you imagine like being at the ground up, at the ground phase of something cool like this, and then watching it, especially an indie game that's not developed by like a huge studio and nothing like that. Nothing wrong with those. Nothing wrong with getting in on the ground level of like a studio game either. I'm just saying, like an indie game that you might have gotten a demo for, you might have gotten like an early release, a beta release for, and kind of help the developers fine tune it. You know, you gave some ideas. You were with them from the get. And with something like this, that'd be kind of awesome, right? That'd be kind of dope as shit. Like, I feel that. Not only just with video games, I feel that with like music. If you're at the ground floor of like seeing a musician take off and you knew them back before and like you supported them when they were like a really small act or like a local act and then they blew up. Movies, like an actor, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of mediums where you can be on the like the ground level of something and then watch it like take off and you know, even support it in some way. You know, I feel like supporting musicians and like gaming developers and indie gaming developers is probably a lot easier than supporting like an unknown actor, I guess. In a sense. Well, shit, I mean, what I'm doing, honestly, what I'm doing as a YouTuber, or like even any kind of social media, you know, quote unquote influencer, like getting on the ground level of that, you know, getting on the ground level of some of the biggest YouTubers out there, you know, could you imagine? Like, I was old enough, I am old enough, obviously I'm old enough to have seen Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and God, who else do my kids used to watch all kind of like 8-Bit Ryan and Sunday and Cub Scouts, and I'm not name dropping to name drop, I'm just like, I'm saying, like, I remember when YouTube first started, right? When YouTube, like, before it became this huge thing and like the ground level of it, and I would catch my kids watching gamers, watching what I do now. I would catch my kids watching it. God, I don't know, when did all this like really boom? 13, 14 years ago, maybe something like that. I remember watching them, not even watching them, but like hearing them watch other people play video games, like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye were like two of the really big ones. And for a while, for a good amount of time, I couldn't understand what the hell they were doing. I couldn't understand why they weren't just playing the damn games themselves. You know, I would always tell them, and I would be like, why are you watching somebody else play a game when you could go play the game? It doesn't make any sense. And I would tease them a little bit. Listen, I would give them a little shit about it, because that's kind of who I am as a dad, and that's kind of our dynamic between me and my kids. We play around a lot, you know, we tease each other a lot, we give each other a lot of back and forth and a lot of that. So I would tell them, more or less, I would tell them that they're stupid. This is what I'm trying to dance around. I'd be like, this is dumb, what are you doing? Why aren't you just playing it? Like, you have the console, you have you know, the computers, you got the PCs, you have all the tools to do what they're doing. Play the damn game and experience it yourself instead of watching somebody. And I think I sat on that hill too long. Not probably, definitely. I definitely sat on that hill for too long. I was gonna die on that hill. No bullshit. I was on that. You kids are doing something that I don't understand, and like that old adage of like, you kids, you know, what are you kids doing? That makes no sense. This is silly. That's not gonna go anywhere. It's you know, whatever parents, you know, everybody's got that where their parents didn't understand something about what they did when they were kids. And for me, it was like hip hop. You know, I listened to a lot of hip hop when I was a kid, and I got a lot of shit about it. I got a lot of guff in you know, that's stupid, or like that doesn't, like, why would you listen to something like that? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. And I think there's an aspect from being on both ends of it, being a parent that has said something like that to my kids, and then being a kid and hearing something like that from my parents. I think there's a disconnect sometimes that, like, as a parent, you don't understand what your kid is into, and you feel disconnected. And then when you hear that as a kid, you feel disconnected from your parents because you don't understand that they don't understand that you like what you like, and you can't understand why they don't like what you like, and you can't understand why they won't let you like what you like, you know, if you're following. So I think there's like this like disconnection, you know what I mean, to where you don't understand it and you don't connect with it, so you can't praise. I guess praise would be the best word I could think of. You can't praise that behavior, or you can't praise that thing, because why can't they like what you like? You know, why can't you just play the game instead of watching somebody play the game? That makes no sense. I don't understand that. And I feel like a lot of times, instead of trying to understand it and trying to like see what it's about, the first step is to like talk shit about something. You know, the first step is to dismiss it. You know, you talk it down so your thing looks like the thing they should be doing. You know, not their thing is the thing you should look into. No, talk that down so they look into your thing, and your thing is the cool thing. It's very, very odd, very backwards mental behavior, you know, mental ways of thinking. So like, when I did finally sit down, when I did finally take a step back from that line of thinking, and I actually did sit down and start watching what they were watching, and I think it was, oh man, I want to say it might have been watching either Jacksepticeye or Markiplier play I'm trying to Subnautica. I think it was Jacksepticeye playing Subnautica that I sat down and started watching with my kids. And like, it took me, I don't know, all of 5 minutes to finally be like, oh shit. Like the light bulb flashed, and like the light bulb like dinged, and it went right off, and I was like, I get it. Shit, I get it. Like, and then I felt stupid. You know, I felt stupid because I had talked shit about what this thing that they were doing, and I felt disconnected from this thing that they were doing because I didn't understand it. I couldn't comprehend it, but I never gave it a chance. You know what I mean? So once I finally sat down and like swallowed a little bit of pride and didn't dismiss this thing, that, you know, I think, as speaking as a parent, again, I think sometimes we dismiss things that our kids bring to us as like, I couldn't be interested in something you're interested in. You know, it goes back to like, sometimes it goes back to how you're being raised in you know, I was raised in very much of like, kids are seen and not heard. You know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily always get an opinion when you're a kid. You know, you kind of just, you know, it's the old school, do what you're told. You know, a lot of that, and I feel like I know I've always tried to challenge myself to not be that parent. You know, but I definitely caught myself in that case of YouTube back in the day when it first started, of being that guy to be like, this is stupid. What are you doing? But like I said, I finally sat down. I finally swallowed a little bit of pride, and I finally sat down with them and got into it and watched it. And man, not only did I get it, not only did it finally click and it finally made sense, but the bonding I did between my kids and watching YouTube videos and watching YouTube gaming videos, because gaming's always been something I've been into anyway. That's why it doesn't make no goddamn sense to me why I was the way I was, honestly. Like, cause like I've been a gamer my whole goddamn life. I've always been a gamer, so like I guess I just couldn't comprehend why I would not just play the thing and I'd watch somebody else play it. Maybe that's the psyche of it, you know? But again, once I finally let that go and I did sit down and I did watch with my kids, the connections we made, it was insane. It was insane. We binge watched the absolute shit out of YouTube man, I want to say probably a good, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, all the way up until like COVID, okay. So once I started doing what you're watching, once I started doing my own YouTube, I've not lost interest in watching anybody else. I still have the interest. I guess it's more lost time. You know what I'm saying? I've lost the time to really get into anybody else doing YouTube. I've lost the time to watch anybody else do YouTube, if I'm being honest with you. The time it takes to record these videos and then edit these videos and do all that and to do it all yourself, like anybody that's done YouTube or done any kind of content creation and hasn't ever gotten big enough to like hire an editor or hire someone to do like their thumbnails or the postings and all that. If you've done it all yourself, and I know almost every goddamn YouTuber out there before they've gotten big has, everybody I feel like has started off doing it all themselves. It's fucking exhausting, y'all. It is so goddamn time consuming. It takes so much to do. And this isn't me complaining about it. I love doing it. I love making YouTube videos. I love doing the editing. I don't so much love doing the thumbnails. I don't feel like I'm great at them. Like I feel like thumbnail is kind of an artistic thing, right? It takes an artistic kind of brain to do that, and I don't feel like I'm creative that way. I don't feel like I'm creative in that manner. I don't have a very artistic brain. I don't have a very artistic mind. I don't have artistic eyes. I don't see, you know, things that look well together, that go together, that you know, belong together. Like even in my sense of fashion, like even in my everyday attire, my everyday wardrobe, stuff like that, I'm simple as shit, y'all. I wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and maybe I throw the hat on backwards or forwards every once in a while. That is more or less my style, and I've gotten told on several occasions from a lot of my coworkers that it's shit. That it's a shit style. That it's basic. It's plain. It's what, old man. It's you know, it's dad attire. I don't give a flying fuck. I absolutely do not give a shit. That's just I'm a simplistic dude, you know. So when I do thumbnails and I do things artistically, it's somewhere in here it just doesn't click, you know. I'm too simplistic to do something that complex, if that makes sense to you. It's art and it's a complex thing, you know what I mean? Visual art, like visually art is super complex. There's all kinds of art out there music's a form of art. You know, I guess even what we're doing right now, this YouTube and content creating is a form of art. Things like obviously I'm doing the YouTube and the content creation. I don't know if I'm super good at it. I don't know if it resonates very well. So I don't know if I'm good in that aspect of art, you know what I mean? But musically, I know I'm good at musically. I know okay, so put it this way. I can keep a beat and like I know I can keep a rhythm. I'm talented naturally rhythm wise, and that's not the boast. I have a decent rhythm. I can always keep a rhythm. I don't know how to play any instrument per se, but I've never really sat down and tried to play an instrument, you know what I mean? But like I can keep a rhythm. I can follow along with music. I have music in my head. I feel like musically it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense in here to me. I understand where a song's going, or if I've heard a song before, I can keep a good, steady idea of where the song's gonna be and things of that nature. In movies, definitely ask my wife. Definitely a cinema and anything movie related. I can see a movie and I can, like, if I've seen it once, it's somewhere, somehow it sticks in here, and I can not recite anything back to you, but I can be like, oh, I've seen this. Yeah. Oh, especially movies I've seen quite a few times. I can name off, XYZ actor in this movie, and we used to play a game like that, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, or 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, whatever the fuck that's called. We used to play a game where you would like the Kevin Bacon game is where you can connect any actor within 7 actors to Kevin Bacon. We used to do that at work back when I worked at Sports Authority when I was younger. We would pick 2 random actors and try to connect them through as few movies as you can. Tom Hanks played in this movie with Bill Paxton, Apollo 13, for instance. Bill Paxton played in Alien with Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver played in Paul with freaking Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg played in Star Trek with Chris Pine. So I just connected Chris Pine with Tom Hanks, I think, is who I started off with. Whatever it is, what, that's an example of the game. Like that's what we would play back when I was a kid. And we've even gone so as far as at my current job, we'll play this game where like you name 2 or 3 actors, and they don't have to be like the main actors, but you name like 2 or 3 actors in a movie, and somebody has to try to guess the movie that you're thinking of just based off of those actors. So again, I feel like in those types of arts, I can flow with it. I can understand it. It makes sense up here somewhere. Like visual art, painting and sketching and drawing and graphical art. None of that shit makes any goddamn sense to me, y'all. Like, for real, none of it makes sense even the slightest. Like maybe I'm just a lazy prick. I mean, that's part of it too. It is like when I'm creating a thumbnail, I can be like, it looks good-ish, right? I'd be like, it looks okay. It looks decent. And sometimes I'll get lazy and I'll rest on the laurel of like, decent's good enough, and somebody else will see it and they'll be like, my kid, my oldest Jude, is very, very artistic. They have that artistic brain. They draw a lot. They sketch a lot. They paint and all that. They can see the thumbnail and be like, no, it could do that. You could do this, or like it could use that, or like this doesn't look good with that they contrast too much, or like they're too similar, so like you got to do something else, you know what I mean? So I go to them a lot for a lot of that stuff, and in here it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. I can almost, and I know like YouTube is like this big thing of like the visual aspect of it is huge. You only get presented with so many thumbnails when you're scrolling through YouTube anyway, and you gotta pick what you want to watch based off of those thumbnails. So like, what's visually pleasing and what's visually eye-catching, I guess I understand a little bit, because I do watch some YouTube and I can kind of scroll through and go, I've caught myself going like, oh, I don't know who this is or what the content or the topic even is about, but whatever they put out there as that thumbnail looks interesting. So I'm interested because it looks interesting. So I get it from a viewer aspect, but like as a creator, God damn it, y'all, I will not hesitate to tell you that is the absolute biggest pitfall to what I have to do to put up the YouTube videos. I absolutely struggle with making the thumbnails, and I feel like because I know I struggle, it makes it even harder for me. You know, I'm more critical of what I put out, and I'm more critical of how they look, and then I just get frustrated with not being able to make it look better, which makes me just not want to do it even more. It's this whole like goddamn conundrum, you know. It's a wheel of misfortune. You know what I mean? You suck at it, but you have to do it, but it doesn't look good. Oh, now I'm frustrated. Now I'm pissed off, but I have to put it out. Now I don't want to put it out, but I have to do something. So like it just keeps spinning on itself, you know. And then inevitably I settle with something, and I'm like, okay, a lot of the times it'll be, I don't hate it. If I can look at like a thumbnail I've made and say I don't hate it, then I know I'm doing okay for me. You know, okay enough for me to be like, okay, maybe other people might like it a little bit. Maybe this might resonate, which I don't know if it has or hasn't, because you know, being a small creator like I am, it's hard to tell if anything I'm doing is any good, just based off the fact that I don't know if a lot of people have seen it. I don't know if I've gotten a lot of impressions. I don't know if I've gotten picked up by the algorithm or any of that. I don't know if there's obviously the word of mouth, it doesn't travel very far, because there's not a lot of people that watch my stuff anyway, so there wouldn't be a lot of people to talk about it. And again, I'm not sure if I've ever been picked up by the algorithm, so I don't know if. And I'll be the first to admit that maybe I'm just not very good at it, and that could be true, and that possibly is a part of it too. But I don't know if it's just there's not enough eyeballs on what I'm doing to be able to fairly, like, you know, when a movie comes out and it flops, and it's not for lack of being seen, you know, it's not for a lack of ticket costs or ticket price, ticket sales. Ticket sales are through the roof. I don't know, to pick one of the John Mars, that Disney movie with Taylor Kirsch, the kid that played Gambit in one of the X-Men movies. But that, like, I liked the movie, but I know expectations were through the roof, and the money that got put into it was through the roof, and then it didn't meet that, right? It didn't meet the expectation. It kind of flopped, and you know it flopped because a shit ton of people saw it, right? The views of it were through the goddamn roof. It made enough money to know people went to see it, but word of mouth got out really quickly that from the good amount of people that saw it, that it was, nah, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be, or like, and I know it's based on a book, so like maybe it didn't live up to what the book was gonna be, or it took like a different turn. I don't know why it flopped, and I don't know why. I think a lot of people want to think they know why things flop, but like, nobody knows. Human nature is hard to understand. So regardless, what I'm trying to get at is it flopped, but you knew it flopped because people didn't think it was good enough, based on the fact that people saw it, and then people didn't tell other people that it was good, and word of mouth didn't travel very well. You know what I mean? It's hard to do that with YouTube. as a small creator and someone that's not been seen a lot and someone that hasn't, you know, got a lot of exposure, it's hard to know. And I'm sure other creators could speak on it, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they could attest to that I'm right, and maybe it is true that without a good viewer basis, without a good audience, I don't know if I'm doing good or bad. You know what I mean? And I feel like even the really big YouTubers now had that point at some point where they're like, I think I'm doing a good job, and I think I'm entertaining, and I think my stuff's good. I just don't know if enough people have seen it to know. And listen, I know it cuts both ways. I'm fully aware it cuts both ways, because once you get enough viewers, if people still don't watch your shit, then your shit's not good, you know? And that's not lost on me. I know that's a possibility, you know what I mean? But I think you have to get to that point to where you are seen by enough people to go, okay, I'm either gonna take off and I'm gonna get a lot of views, and I'm gonna get, you know, some notoriety, and I'm gonna get some feedback that what I'm doing is good, you know. And the same goes for music. You know, if you got a band that nobody's really heard of, but they're doing really good shit, and they finally get a little bit of exposure, and word of mouth goes around that, hey, you know, this band that it came out of nowhere that nobody's really ever heard of before is dope as shit. You should check them out. You should really listen to it. And then enough people start telling enough people, and then that starts making the circles. And before you know it, everybody's like, well, who's this band that everybody's talking about that I've never heard of? Maybe I'll go listen to it. And if the word of mouth is as good as everybody says it is, you blow up, right? You blow up, you're a superstar, you know what you're doing is what you thought was good anyway. You thought it was good because you kept doing it, and you know, people have that, most people have that kind of, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna keep doing it because I think it's good, and I just don't know. Like, I gotta find out. So if you're doing something and you think it's good anyway, and then you get validation from word of mouth, and everybody goes, yeah, I heard about it, and it is as good as everybody said it is, and it is as good as I thought it was gonna be. Like I said, that's when shit goes insane. That's when you have a superstar, a big blow up, you know, you go into the stratosphere, you know. But the reverse of that is word of mouth gets out, and you know, people start talking, and then you get viewed, and they go, nah, this is nowhere near as good as what I was hearing. You know, all the hype around this, and I thought it was gonna be amazing, and I was kind of left going, not really. I was left kind of wanting, you know, it didn't live up to the expectation. Then you kind of know, then you have your answer too, like, okay, shit, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, you know, maybe my stuff isn't as good as what it was being said, or what I thought it was, you know what I mean? So there's both sides to it, and I'm just, me personally, with what I'm doing, with what you're watching, with this YouTube stuff, I'm kind of right in the middle of, I don't know. I think it's good. I think I'm good. I hear from, it's hard to hear from people that are invested in you, and people that have a relationship with you, and people that, you know, that care about you. It's hard to hear a true version of how they feel, because they're always a little slighted in, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? There's always that mom that hears the kid playing an instrument that goes, yeah. No, you're doing awesome. Just keep practicing. Just keep going. She doesn't want the keep practicing or like keep trying really lets you know that like it's not very good. I don't think it's very good. Maybe if you keep trying, it'll get better. Hopefully, because I don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you that it's shit. You know, nobody really wants to do that to anybody. Nobody wants to go like, nah, bro, you suck at what this. And there's some people that do that, and it takes a certain kind of like honestness. You know what I mean? It takes a certain kind of person to be like, nah, dude, this ain't the thing that you should be doing. You know, you hear your spouse singing, and you're like, damn, I love you, but you shouldn't do that shit in public. You know what I mean? So, again, it goes back to my kids tell me and like what some of my friends say, like I always hear like they're entertained and like they like it and they think it's good. But again, I love them and I appreciate them for watching it and for viewing it and for telling me that. But is that them not wanting to hurt my feelings? You know, is that them sugarcoating it a little bit? You know, is that them omitting a little bit of the truth of like, damn dude, you haven't blown up because not because people haven't seen you. You haven't blown up because you're not that entertaining, or like you're not that good at this, you know, for whatever reason. Your thumbnails suck, or you know, you're boring. Your voice sounds like fucking fingernails down the chalkboard, or you cuss too goddamn much. Maybe like literally, I am definitely guilty of that. I'm guilty of cursing up a storm, and it's not lost on me that might not be everybody's like cup of tea. That might not be everybody's forte, and that could turn people off. And you know, if it does, it does. And if that's the way it is, then that's the way it is. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but you know, I'm not gonna censor myself and not be authentic to who I am and try to be different than who I am by like doing what I think people want to see me do. You know what I'm saying? If you're following, like I'm gonna do not what I want to do, but I'm gonna be who I am without really putting a whole lot of thought into it. And if that resonates, that resonates. And if it doesn't, then okay, that sucks that it doesn't, but that's the end of it, right? That's the final of it. That's right. That's where it is, because I'm not gonna be different than who I am. And you know, I wouldn't want to be, and I wouldn't want anybody to want me to be either. You know what I'm saying? So like changing who I am, or like curbing my cursing and like toning that down just to fit into the algorithm, or to like to fit into like the partner program on YouTube, or like to get more views. Honestly, fuck that. You know what I mean? Fuck that. That's not who I'm gonna be. And I know my kids have watched some YouTubers and some content creators that have done that, and listen, if that's, I'm not gonna talk down on anybody for making decisions about how they want to live and about their life and what's gonna work best for them. If that's what they needed to do to make more views, to make more money, to make more content, then you know what? That's so be it for them. I'm happy for them, and I hope that they're okay with their choices. And that's life. Like, you make choices and you live with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So that's not me. That's just not who I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? And if this never gets big and this never blows up, then look, I've been talking so goddamn long, and we've been rattling on for so long with all of these credits that the goddamn remote, the controller for the PlayStation even turned off and was like, shut the fuck up, dude. I can't, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta let the fucking credits roll. My thing about the credits, and these are really, really, really long credits. I'm not gonna deny that these are really long credits, but like, I feel like it deserves every name that's on these credit scenes, for as long as it's been running for. Everybody's contributed to this, and they've contributed to me playing this, which has made me happy. So they've contributed to my happiness. The least I can do is give them the credit and let the credits roll, and let their names be seen, and let them get, you know, the again, credit that they deserve. You know what I mean? Because they all went into developing this, and they all helped in some way in making this thing happen. So again, the least I can do is let this shit roll. It means I'm blathering like an absolute moron for, I don't know, going on 30, 35 minutes. My wife's standing right over my shoulder. She clearly wants to say something to me. I won't shut up, so she can't talk, but it is what it is. This is a part of it. So I'm gonna let them talk. The other point I was trying to make is about me being authentic to myself. If me being authentic means that I don't ever blow up on YouTube, and I never, you know, get monetized. I never make money off of it. I only ever do it for fun. That's just absolutely fine with me. Honestly, and my wife's gonna get pissed when she hears this, because whatever. And I look over because I want to see what she's gonna say when I say this. Honestly, in my mind, I've literally had thoughts about if I ever got to the point where I could get monetized, not fucking doing it. She gave me the finger. I've literally thought in more often than not, the side of not monetizing myself often wins over the side of monetizing myself, just because I feel like once you do get monetized, there starts to be people that not necessarily tell you per se what to do, but advise you, if you will, on what you should or shouldn't do, or how you should or shouldn't be, or what you can or can't say, and how you should or shouldn't act. And that's not me, y'all. Like, I am gonna be authentic, and I'm gonna be me, and I'll be fucking damned if I'm gonna let somebody tell me what I should or shouldn't say, or what I should or shouldn't do, just to make money, right? Fuck money. Fuck money right in its stupid face. Ooh, I can't even tell y'all how much I hate the fucking idea of money and wealth and monetization and all these fucking awful things that I personally feel so goddamn strongly about, that has ruined humankind. It has ruined our society. It has ruined human nature. Greed and the pursuit of greed and wealth and money and all that awful, terrible shit has ruined kindness, has ruined selflessness. It's again, my personal feeling is that, and I'm not going to disparage anybody that sees money and chases money. I get that we lived, and I've had this conversation with my wife plenty of times. I've had this conversation with my kids and plenty of other people that, like, I hate money. I fucking do. I hate money so much. I hate that we need it. I hate that it's something that affects our living at all, affects my living, affects my day, affects my mindset. I fucking hate it. I hate that it does. I wish we didn't need it. I wish money was never a thing. I wish it was abolished. I wish it was done with. I wish we didn't base our opinions of people on how much they have and the credit system in America. I could rattle on, I swear to y'all, I could go on and on and on about how it's the money's the root of all evil. It's a saying for a fucking reason. I've always believed it. I will always believe it. But again, I'm not gonna disparage anybody, and I'm not gonna trash anybody that feels like that's what they need to do, because I'm not naive enough to believe that we don't need it. I get that we need it. I get that you need money to buy groceries. I get you need money to live. I get you need money for rent and for power and water and all these things. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I understand it. And I know that that's something that has to be done. So I'm not going to get upset at somebody for chasing the money to provide that, especially if you have a family, especially if you have kids. I get it. That's what you have to do, because that's what society has deemed that we have to do. I'm just telling you, me personally, fucking pissed off about it. So pissed off about it. Can't fucking stand it. I fucking hate it so much. If I could live like Jack Reacher and never make money and just live off the land and just roam, fuck me, people. That would be the fucking life. That would be that's the kind of the goal, right? Kind of. Because I like to have things. I like to have a house. I like to have a roof over my head. I like to have, electricity. I like to have the computer. I like to have the PlayStation. I like all these things. And and I know you're calling me a hypocrite right now, and you're being like, yeah, but the money bought you all those things, dumbass. Like, you had to make money to get those things. I understand. I understand. I really, really, really do. I just wish it wasn't that way. I wish it was different. I wish it could be closer to how it was, closer to how it is with the Amish, you know, and I'm not going to get on a thing about the Amish, because I don't really know, like, how I don't know about their religion, and I don't know how they, like, their beliefs in all that. I don't know it a lot, and I know it a little bit because we had a big Amish community in Kentucky, and then there's a big Amish community in Michigan where I'm originally from and all that. But like the way that like they help each other and it's a community and like it's a barter system, and the community helps, and like you have a certain set of skills and you can use your skills to help your neighbor, and then your neighbor uses their skills to help you, and like monetaries aren't a big thing with them with the Amish. But some people just live without the necessity of big flashy things and all that stuff. All I'm saying is, like, there's a certain appeal to it. You know what I mean? There's a certain appeal to it for me. Again, to a certain degree, and I don't know completely how they completely live, because I somewhere in my brain I'm kind of remembering that they don't use electricity, possibly, because it is run by like the government system. I don't know. I don't want to get into all of it because I don't want to misspeak and get something wrong. But like, I don't want to live without you know, electricity. I don't want to live without the TVs and electronics and things of that nature. I'm too plugged into them. I'm too big a sports fan to not have a TV to watch sports. I'm too big. You know, my Lions are finally fucking winning. We're going to the NFC Championship game. I'm too big into all that stuff. I'm too big into video games. I'm too big into doing this YouTube stuff. All I'm saying is I wish personally that money didn't have such a big grasp over me, over society, over people, over mankind. You know what I'm saying? That's me, and I'm not getting preachy. I'm just saying that would be my personal belief. That's my personal feeling about it. So the thought of getting monetized, to wrap it all back around again, to wrap it all back up, the thought of getting monetized and having someone tell me what I need or can or can't do, or should or shouldn't do on YouTube, because I am partnered with YouTube. It's a partnership. I know it's a partner program. It's a partnership, and like, they get a certain say in what you do, and you know, and for that certain say, they give you a certain amount of money, and I get the whole transaction of it. I'm just not sure that that's who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure that that's what I want to put into this world is you know, chasing the money, chasing the monetization, chasing the monetary value of it, and letting it be less authentic than it should be, and again, having hands of people that I don't necessarily know very well, and I'm not 100. I wouldn't be, and I'm sure there are, for the big YouTubers, I'm sure they have people that they trust, that they partner with YouTube and with other, you know, social media platforms and things of that. But like, they partner with you, and they're like your liaison, but that's their job. You know what I mean? That's what they're getting paid to do. So they're making money by doing that for you. So in that aspect, that even seems a little disingenuous, you know, a little unauthentic anyway. Like, yes, they might, you know, have your best interests in heart, but because they're getting paid to do it, it's a slippery slope, is all I'm saying. They might, you know, they might have a different idea, and they might have a different view than, you know, what the creator's view might be. And for me personally, that's just not a road I think I really want to go down. You know what I mean? I don't want to have a disagreement with someone. You can't do this. Okay, you can't keep saying, and I'm not saying like super I get that there's things that you can't say, and there's things that are going to get canceled, and there's things that like are taboo. You know what I mean? There's things that just can't be said. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about people that like just cursing in general. You know, I'm trying to think of like the sponsors that just don't like foul language, right? You get sponsored, you got a sponsor that's like, and this happened. It's happened in YouTube. I know it has because I just started YouTube. When I just started doing this a couple years ago, there was a whole thing about like they're cutting down how much cursing you can do in a video, and if you're monetized, then it's really bad, and you can't say a certain amount of words within the first 30 seconds of your video, otherwise it won't get promoted. I don't know how true any of that is, but again, it's not a avenue I want to go down because I don't want to be told shit. I'm the kind of dude that just doesn't want to not that I don't want to listen to anybody, but like I know what I want, and I know how I want to be, and I know what I want to do, and I don't like a whole lot of people telling me that I can and or can't, if that makes sense. I have a little bit of defiance in me. My wife has diagnosed me with PDA, not public display of affection, but pathological demand avoidance. It's a thing. She looked it up for me. Apparently, that it is very much to the T of who I am as a person, right? You say left, and I say fuck you. I'm going right. No, you have to go left. I don't have to do shit. I'm gonna go right, you know. So that whole going down that path of someone at a YouTube or any other social medias or you know, a sponsor being like, you can't do this, you know, you can't make this video of this game because it's controversial, or not controversial, it's just too gory, or there's too much cursing in it. We're gonna pull our sponsorship from you if you continue to do this. If you don't clean up your language, we're gonna pull our sponsorship. I would tell them to go pull their fucking sponsorship, but that's just, you know, and I'm not saying like I'm argumentative. I'm really not. I'm super chill. I'm super go with the flow. I just don't like to be told what to do. You know, there's this running, we're getting to the end. I see it. It's alphabetically and it's at X. Holy shit, I've been rattling on forever. But there's this running joke in amongst my family and amongst my household that if you want me to do anything for you, ask. You ask, and I will literally do anything within my power for anybody that's asking anything of me. Literally, I will. If you tell me, then we got a problem. If you tell me that I have to do something, or something has to be done, or you can't do this, yeah, then we're gonna have an argument, then we're gonna have a problem, then I'm gonna go the opposite way and go, what the fuck are you gonna do if I do that thing? You know, and then we're gonna fight, and then we're gonna argue, and then it's gonna turn into a big thing. So yeah, I definitely have that pathological demand avoidance thing to where just ask. You know, just ask, don't tell. You know, don't tell me I'm not doing something, because it boils down to I'm grown, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And I know I say I'm grown, but then I act like a child, but you know, that's just how it goes. Holy fucking Christ. My Lord. Insane. Okay, if it's oh my fuck. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now? Holy hell! We have been recording for an hour and a half, and they have more backers. I've run out of things to fucking say. I am absolutely flabbergasted, y'all. Holy fucking shit. Wild. I'm gonna let him run, but I gotta take a break. I gotta call my kid. Fuck's sake. Okay, guys, as you can see, these are literally the credits that never end. It is insane. So I'm gonna let these roll just because, like I said, this is gonna be a long ass video, but these people deserve their due. So I'm gonna let it roll. I'm gonna take me away for a few minutes and go get some water because my throat is absolutely burning from all the talking. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna let this roll. I'm gonna roll, and then when I come back, hopefully the credits still are fucking rolling because it's gonna be insane, absolutely insane. All right, so I'll see y'all in a few minutes. I'm gonna let it roll, and then when I get back, we'll wrap it all up and do a little outro and all that, and you know what I mean. Stay here or don't. Fast forward. I don't know. Do what you want. Wow. Okay, so I just went and did a little investigating. These are the credits for this. The end credits for this are literally 2.5 hours. It is 2.5 hours to run this whole goddamn end credit scene. So I'm just gonna. I fucking hate doing it, man. I hate that I have to. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It kind of goes against what I was saying about letting these people have their due, and I still believe they should, but fucking shit, man. I can't have 2.5 hours of end credit scenes and all of that. Listen, you guys are awesome. I love y'all. Y'all did a fantastic job of letting this and being backers for this, but lordy I want to see these scenes, and I want to see, you know, I want to get to the conclusion. I want to get to the end of this shit. That I'm in a rush, but you know, I also don't want to sit here for 2.5 hours taking up my computer and you know, my TV and my PlayStation and all that. So I'm sorry. I let a lot of them roll. There you go. Thank you for playing. You're certainly fucking most welcome. I just dropped my controller. I'm a whole ass mess right now. Goodness gracious. Thank you, everybody. Literally, for real. Thank y'all, all the backers. I'm sorry I didn't let it continue to play, but there's literally a YouTube video. I might even link it. There's a literal YouTube video that's just 2.5 hours of the whole credit scene in itself. So I'll link it just so those people, if you feel so inclined to go watch it and give them their due, by all means. But I never would have got there and seen this if I wouldn't, like. And so we gather here each year as they fly by our motherfucker. It wouldn't, you know what? It wouldn't be the end of the story if I didn't flubber up the words a little bit. And so we gather here. No, fuck, we don't. There's no here. It's, you know, motherfucker. And so we gather each year as they fly by. And so we gather each year as they fly by our world on their never-ending watch, and together we remember their story. Never-ending watch? Why are they? Okay. High Sage. Yes. Elder Teeks. Oh, Teeks is old as fuck. Yes. Is it true they always fly? Is it true they always fly in on the warrior cook's birthday? Yes. It's true. Very true. No one knows for sure. Sounds rather poetic though, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of. Now run along, everyone. I must check into the crypt's renovations. Thank you for the story, High Sage. Of course, children. You're welcome. Don't forget, they're out there forever. Forever? Forever ever? Forever ever. That seems wild. They're out there forever. The ancient crypt. Okay. See, there was a little bit of storyline left. God damn it. How's the progress? Artie! Pretty good. Artie lived forever. I've been thinking about Yamara's note. You know, about the flood? No worries. I'll make the big window extra thick. Well, do you like the central piece? Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let's see it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yes, it's perfect. I guess. The end. Question mark. Fuck you and your... Hold on. Now, what do you mean, question mark? The end. The end, question mark. Huh? What? What do you mean, sir? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? The end, question mark. Makes no goddamn sense. Why are you question marking? Is it the end? Is it really the end? The Moorlands. What? A mysterious device has appeared in the Moorlands. Excuse me? You can now save and return right before the final boss fight to complete side content. The mysterious device might also be worth investigating. Okay. Let's save it right before the faded hour then. Okay. Interesting. Because we, like I said, we got to do the conch shells. We got to make. We got all those data strips together for something in Suri's homeworld. Oh, and here we are. Here we are, right before the final boss fight. All right, so we can leave it, and then. I'm torn, y'all. I'm torn. Oh, my boys, they're here. They got the guys. They're no longer on a watch forever. Ha! All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave this one here. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. This is gonna be, I want to say more or less the end of Sea of Stars. Like I said, I'm gonna do some of the final completionist run stuff on my own, just to see if I finish it, if there's anything cool. Like I might go investigate that thing that they brought around. I might go. You got to build something in Suri's homeworld with all the data strips. I know there's some machine you can build in there, and then I'm gonna go gather up all those conch shells and see what the hell they do. I don't want to spoil it for myself because I want to see, but I might bring y'all back for just if those result in anything cool. If they don't, then this is it. This is all you've seen. This is the final one. Again, love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you watched some of the series, any of the series, one of the series, the whole goddamn series, love y'all. It's not lost on me. Without y'all, I would not be doing this, even if it's just 1, 2, however many of y'all are watching this thing, watching me be a fucking absolute ding dong, be a dum dum. Love y'all. See you next series. Come back and see what the heck I'm getting into. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So come back and we'll be surprised together. Bye.